Hello everyone. You might hear some dings coming in within the next couple minutes, but we're going to go ahead and get started because I know your time is sensitive. So, my name is Tim Nisonger. I'm an IT project manager here at SecureWatch, and today I'm going to demonstrate how you can save up to 80% of your time on physical security assessments using our SecureWatch platform. I'm really excited to show you what we have to offer. So stay tuned for an extended trial code at the end, and we'll give you 30 days free. So let's talk about the benefits first. Our platform saves you time by providing criteria to address an assessment, a workflow for performing the assessment, automated emails to assessment owners and participants. It offers recommendations to fix issues, builds reports, and provides a dashboard for analysis, as you can see here on my screen. For today's brief overview, we'll be using our industrial physical security content library within SecureWatch. So let's jump right in with creating an assessment. Let's name the assessment something relevant. You can use your own naming convention for this. We are going to call this one Demo. Next, you have Facilities. So you can add or use existing facilities here. Our platform is customizable, so words throughout the app can be updated from the settings to change the word facility, for example, to something like asset or site. If you click the plus icon here, you can add a new facility. Fill in the data. You can set your threat level manually by a survey or determined by data. The data option gives you access to our data partners like CapIndex or SecurityGauge. But today, for this example, we're going to use a pre-existing facility. So I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to uncheck, and we're going to select Boston. And this has SecurityGauge loaded. Next are the question categories. It's preloaded with as is. As is, if you don't know, is the industry leader in physical security standard and best practices. We have other libraries if you need them. For example, FEMA is one of them. You can always visit our site, which has a content page that has all of our current libraries. I'll show you right here. We have a whole list of libraries.
On the libraries, can you merge them? Can you use more than one standard for an assessment?
Yes.
Okay, so we could use as is, and then we could use something else like an OSHA thing or something else that's already in there, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. So next we have start and end date. If you're doing this yourself, you can ignore this, but if you plan to send it to somebody else, you should really set a start and end date. It'll send multiple emails automatically between those dates, notifying the responsible person and yourself on the status of the assessment. And also we have an introduction to the survey and information about doing the survey. You can use these, and they're fully editable, and we have a default setting for you to get started. And then from there, you just create preliminary assessment. As you can see, an email has gone out to one site contact, and your preliminary assessment has been created. We've already been taken to the summary section of the assessment we just created. The information from the facility is carried over, and you can edit criticality, threat level, and consequence at any given time, like so. And let's explain these metrics a little bit. We'll start out with consequence. If you click on this, it will give you a little bit of an explanation. So consequence is the impact on our organization if something does occur. By default, we set this on a scale of 1 to 5, and we measure it in terms of financial loss or replacement cost. In your organization, this metric might be defined as a loss of operation or maybe a loss of reputation, or any other impact that has an incident that might have on your bottom line or brand. These pop-ups here that I'm showing you can be edited within the settings to fit your program closer. Next, we have threat level. We can define this manually, determined by answers given to a set of questions, or we can pull third-party data from our partners like CAP Index, or even one of your own. This is kind of what I was explaining in the facilities menu. And then we have criticality. This is one of the first metrics we actually use to determine risk. By default, we value criticality on a scale of 1 to 5 in terms of average importance of the facility type to your organization as a whole. Based on these metrics, also including likelihood and gap, we can get a risk score for you in this facility. If you're using your own criteria or metrics, this scale is editable through the settings for a custom low, medium, and high rating. So let's go ahead and perform the survey we just created. Go ahead and click Perform Survey here. Take Survey. So we see a preloaded list of categories from As Is, giving us a full assessment of the facility. Note the categories here, everything from crime prevention through environmental design, all the way to security policies and procedures. If questions are answered as non-compliant, they'll count as gaps or vulnerabilities and will reflect in your final score. So let's go through and answer some questions. You can respond to the yes or no questions, and you can also add comments and upload attachments such as photos for a better explanation of the response. And when your report is downloaded, any photos you did include will be in their original size within the appendix. I'm going to answer a few questions now from each category just to show you how it works, and we'll analyze some data later. The platform is analyzing this data and increasing the risk score for the site automatically as I do that, and gaps will automatically be included in the report. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a couple. So this one about signs. If I wanted to attach a file, it's as simple as attaching here. Make a comment. Just answer a couple. Now, as we perform this assessment, the number of questions in each section will increase to capture additional information. I'll show you how this works. So as you see here, we have question 2016, and then it jumps to 2040. If this question is answered in a particular way, being for this one yes, an additional set of questions are now visible, as you can see. And as a side note, everything I'm doing within this survey can be done on site with our mobile app offline. So you can answer questions and upload photos on the fly with something like your iPhone, your iPad, Android device. And then when you reconnect to the internet, the platform will just update. Just quickly, here's our icon. So if you do go into the App Store to search, you can see it on the iOS and also Android. Okay, so I answered a few questions. I think everybody gets the gist of this. We'll go ahead and return. And now we're back to the summary. And now we'll analyze the survey gaps. I'm going to go to one that's been completed to give you a little bit better picture here. Boston, as I had explained before. So this one's almost completed at 87%. You see our risk score here. The risk score is high, so this site has been identified as the most important and most likely with most consequence and gaps. The system automatically analyzes the data and separates it, saving you a lot of time. This is especially useful if you didn't actually perform the assessment yourself. Instead of reviewing all the data provided in the assessment, we only need to review the gaps, really. So if you analyze the survey here, by default, we see all the corresponding gaps and their significance. And with categories like as is, we have recommendations built in. So for each of these questions, we have a recommendation built in, and you can add your own if you'd like. And from the recommendations, you can also create tasks. So you see I have a task here. I'll go ahead and create a task and show you how this works. Just go through, assign it. You can upload attachments. Go ahead and save it. Now that we have a task assigned, the person I assigned this task to just received an email with the task info and any attachments. Now, we can follow up in the survey analysis on these tasks, or simply look at the data on the dashboard later. When it's complete, simply go in to the task and just mark it as complete. And also within this page, if you click the View More icon here, you can see your comments or your site contacts comments and download the attachments that have been uploaded to the site. Now let's jump over to the report. That can also be accessed right from the assessment page. All you would do is select your report and then hit download. Now I have one already downloaded for you, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull it. Here's an example report, East, and the location was in Boston. As you can see, this report was automatically generated in the platform, so when you download it, this is what it looks like. And it downloads as a fully editable Word document, so you can change anything in post if you'd like. And as you can see, the risks are displayed. And also, if you use one of our third-party data partners, security gauge is also displayed. Any non-compliance, your narrative, which can all be edited within the platform, and then your survey gap summary. Now, all gaps will be noted in the table below with any recommendations and tasks, photos, or comments that were uploaded. And also remember that there's full-size images at the bottom if they were uploaded, and we have an appendix of all the calculations to explain it to anybody that you're giving this report to. So, just to wrap up, I just showed you within about 15 minutes how easy it is to get started on creating assessment from preloaded data, starting the assessment, and then downloading the report. So I just want to summarize some of those savings again because I think this is really big. Our platform really saves you time by providing criteria to address in assessments, a workflow for performing the assessment, automated emails to assessment owners and participants, offers recommendations to fix issues, builds reports, and provides a dashboard for analysis. I'll show you the dashboard real fast. You can do one assessment or you can do everything. It's very, very simple to find the data that you need right from within the dashboard. So if you have any questions after this webinar, you can feel free to contact me. My name is Tim Nisonger, and my email is tim.nisonger@riskwatch.com. I'd be happy to connect with you. If you do want a trial, if you haven't downloaded a trial yet, I really encourage you to do so. It looks like we'll have a little bit of extra time today, so maybe you can take that time on your calendar and just jump over and download a trial. So all you have to do is go to our website at riskwatch.com. You can enter your email address and submit it, and then you're going to be signed up for a trial. If you want to schedule a 30-minute demo, just click our demo button here. And if you just have questions for sales, it's right here. If you haven't been on our site either, I really encourage you to do so. We have a lot of information pertaining to just about everything that you would want to read about with risk. So thank you all very much for your time. We do look forward to working with you in the future. And I can leave the chat open here for the next 10 minutes or so to field any questions. And if I don't get back to you right away on it, just if you don't mind, leave me your email and I can follow up with you with answers to that. So once again, thank you all for attending this webinar. I hope I was able to show you that we can get this done in less than a half an hour. And everybody have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks.